Hi, today I'm going to show you how to make a simple Christmas card in Word. Now I'll be using lots of different icons and pictures today. If you find that you may not have similar ones in your version of Word and you want to update or upgrade, then you can just click the link below in the description. I'm currently using Office 365. Now at the moment when you open your blank document you'll find that you just have an A4 portrait size piece of paper. What we want to do is to alter the size of our page and turn it round so that we have a card layout. Now at the moment for this demonstration I'm going to stick with A4, but what you can do is go up to your layout tab up here, go down to this size icon here, click the drop down, and you'll see that there's a number of different sizes of page that you can use. Now what you'll need to do, if your page isn't A4, you'll need to select your card size. So you need to unfold your card, lay it out flat, and then measure around the outside of your card, and then select the best fit of these page sizes here. Once you've selected the correct page size, then we need to go to orientation and we're going to select landscape. So now we've turned our card round so that we're only going to put the design on one half of this page because obviously it's going to be folded in half. But what I do need to do is establish the center of this piece of paper or this piece of card. So I'm just going to go up to Insert, and I'm going to click on Shapes, go down to the line icon, and I'm just going to draw a simple line from top to bottom. Now all I need to do now is to check this line's in the center, and I found the easiest way to do this is to go to the Insert tab, click on Text Box, click on Draw Text Box, quickly draw a text box. You have to click off it because at the moment it thinks you're going to type. Click off the text box, back on the text box, go to Home up here, and then click on Center, and you'll see that this text box has centered itself, and using these central guides here you can simply move your line along and just check that it's in the center with these two squares here. Now I just need to nudge it slightly to the left and I'm pretty much in the center here. And then all I need to do is make sure my text box highlighted and simply press delete, and now my line is perfectly aligned in the center of my page. Now to the design. So bearing in mind the left hand side of your page here will be the back of the card, and the right hand side here will be the front of your card. So the first thing I want to do is to insert some designs. So I'm going to click on Insert tab and go to this icon here, it says Icons. And then on the right hand side you'll see that there's numerous different icons that you can select for your design. Now I'm just going to search and put stocking, and as you can see the stocking icon comes up. Click on the circle, go down and click Insert. So now that my stocking has been inserted into my card, I now need to edit it. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go up to ensure that this graphics format is highlighted. If it's not, it's because you haven't highlighted your shape. So at the moment it's not there. If you just click on your shape, then you'll see graphics format is up there. Make sure you're checked on that and go down to convert to shape. The alert will come up. Just ignore the alert, press yes, and then you can move your shape around your design, around your card as you see fit. Now what we need to do is firstly ensure that this shape is formatted exactly the way we want it, because what we're going to do is copy and paste it. And what we don't want to do is just have to redo the whole design each time we duplicate this stocking. So the first thing to do is to go up to shape format. Again, if shape format's not there, you just click on your shape and go to shape format. Now the shape outline here is the colour of the stocking, just the line of the outline, and I'm just going to click on black. And the shape fill, I actually want to be a pattern. Now in order to have more options for colouring your stocking, if you double click on your shape, then this drop down menu will appear on the right hand side. And yours may well appear looking like this. So make sure you're checked on the bucket, and you'll have fill and line. Now if you go to fill and click on the drop down menu here and then click pattern fill, you have numerous different options of what to fill your stocking with. I'm going to change my colour by using foreground colour. I'm going to click on red. You can choose a different colour for your background, so if you wanted blue you can do that, but I'm going to stick with white. And then I'm just going to simply select a pattern. Now if your outline hasn't come up black, you can go down to line here and you can click on the colour of it here. You can also change its transparency or how thick your line is. So if it's a little too thin for you and you want to increase the thickness of the line, if you simply check the up arrow, you can see the line around my stockings getting thicker. And then we can also decrease it back to where it was. Okay, so I'm just going to alter the stocking just slightly, just moving it around so that I'm happy with its shape. Okay, and once I'm happy with its shape, I'm simply going to click Command or Control C, which is to copy, and Command or Control V on my keyboard. And there you can see we've duplicated our stocking. If you want to duplicate your stocking in a slightly different way, then you can just right click on your stocking, go down to copy, click off the stocking, right click and paste, and your stocking will reappear over there. Okay, so I want to make these stockings look as though they're just hanging from a line. It's a very simple design. And what I want to do is just change the pattern of these different stockings. So I'm just going to ensure that my stocking is highlighted. I'm going to go up to my pattern fill here, and I'm just going to click on a slightly different pattern. Then I'm going to click on another stocking and choose a slightly different design. And then I'm going to simply copy and paste another stocking. I think I'm going to have 5. And choose another design, maybe a slightly lighter design. You can just click through and choose the ones that you want. And then just paste another stocking in. And again, just look for a slightly different design, maybe something slightly darker. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to just move my stockings around, and I'm going to change the size of my stockings. Now I don't actually want to change the shape of them. So if I move it around, you can see I'm actually changing the shape. I'll just press Command or Control Z to go back. So if I want to change the size and keep the same shape, if I click on the corner but hold the Shift key down, I can simply reduce or increase the size of my stocking without changing the shape. So I'm just going to do that to a couple of stockings. So they're not all the same size. Do a slightly bigger one there. Okay, and now I'm just going to move them round, and I'm going to draw lines down to the stockings to make them look like they're hanging. So I need to ensure that the loop where the stocking is not crossed over by another stocking like that. So I'm just going to move them around. Actually, I'm going to put the slightly bigger one over here. Now you can put as many stockings on here as you like. It really is up to you. And I think I'm just going to add one more stocking. Oh, I didn't hold the shift key down. And I just changed the pattern in that one. Something slightly darker. Now don't forget that you will have margins, whether I don't know what your printer may do in terms of its printing and its margins, but don't forget that you will have margins to consider when you're printing this card. If you've got borderless printing, then obviously you don't have to worry about how far over you go. But obviously if you don't have that facility, then you've just got to be aware that you won't be able to go too far over, otherwise it will cut off part of your design. Okay, I'm happy with everything there. So now we're just going to insert, go up to the insert tab here, go to shapes, and then click on line. And then I'm just going to draw a line straight down. Oh, going to line that up. And then again, if you don't have this shape element to the side here, if you simply just double click on your line, and again you'll get the format shape icon to the right. And again, make sure you're on the bucket icon here, and we're going to go to line and change the line to black. And then I'm just going to increase the size of my line to match the outline of my stockings. Now I'm just going to increase the size of my page a little bit so that I can see it in a little bit more detail. So you can see there, I've just attached the bottom of the line to the top of the stocking. And then all I'm going to do again is copy and paste this line by Command or Control C, Command or Control V, and duplicate the line. I'm going to pop it down on this stocking here, and then I'm just going to extend the line up to match the other line and ensure it's straight. So you can just extend your line up, and then you can use your arrows to move your line left or right until you're completely happy. And again, Command or Control C, Command or Control V, and then we'll just pick up. Sorry, my page is jumping around. I don't think it likes it being zoomed in. And then again, we're just going to reduce the size of the line and then pop it onto the stocking, and then move the line up so it's in line with the top ones here. Highlight the line and just do another copy and paste, and I'm just going to do two more so that I don't have to keep coming back all the time and copy and pasting lines. So you just keep hitting Command or Control V, it will just keep duplicating lines. So then I'm just going to extend this line up here, move this one here. You can use the arrow keys as well if you want to be a little bit more accurate. If you're trying to do this with the mouse. Just going to zoom out a little bit here. And then select this one, and then make sure the lines are straight. Okay, so now we've hung our stockings up, we're going to add a little bit of text. And the way we're going to do that is we're going to insert, we're going along to text box, draw text box, and then we're just going to come down here and I'm going to write two separate words here. So I'm going to put the word in customary. And what I'm going to do is to increase the size of my word here. So I'm going to click and drag to highlight my word, go to the Home tab, and then there's an arrow here which will increase the size of your text each time you click on it. So I'm going to take mine up to 48, and then I'm going to change the font, and I'm going to change it to this one here, which I believe is called Chaloops. Okay. Now, once I'm happy with that, if I click off it, you'll see there's a border around my word. And if I was to move it over this stocking, you can see there's actually a white background to this text box. Neither of those I need. So I'm going to, again, go up to shape format here. If it's not highlighted, it's because you're not clicked on your text box, you're not checked on. So click on your text box, it will appear up here. Click on shape format, and then go to this icon here that says shape outline. Click on the arrow and click on no outline. Then go along to shape fill here, click on the down arrow and click no fill. And now you can see there's no border, and if I was to move my words over the top, you can see there's no background. So now we want to move our words where we want them on our page. You can put them to the side, you can move them one above the other. Now I'm going to put Christmas below here, but instead of creating a completely new text box and changing the font and changing the size, all I'm going to do is simply copy and paste. So you can right click, choose copy, click off, right click, click paste, and you will have another identical text box. And all I need to do is extend my text box, click to the side of your word, highlight it and type Christmas. It's going to reduce the size of my text box. And then again, I can move it around. Now, because I've copied and pasted this word, it means I don't have to go back and take the borders off and take the background out either. It's all done for me from the previous one. So again, you can move this round and put the words wherever you see fit. Now, if you decided that you wanted to customize this particular design, what you can do is go up to Insert, click Text Box, Draw Text Box. You can then draw a text box and you can put in a name, and then you can name each one of your stockings. Now, I'm not going to go and change the font, but what you can do again on shape format is go to outline, click no outline, shape fill, no fill, and then you can actually, by using this circular arrow at the top of your text box, you can rotate this name and you can actually move it into the white section of your stocking. You can use your arrow keys to put it exactly where you want, and then you can fully customize all of your stockings. In addition to that, if you wanted to change the color of the white section, you can click on Insert, Shapes, go down to the box icon, and then you can simply drag out a shape roughly the same size. Again, you can rotate the shape so that it goes over the top of your word, and you can see now it's just a little bit too big because it's overlapping the sides of the stocking. I'm going to use my arrow keys just to move it. And then at the moment, this particular shape is on the top of your name and the top of your stocking. So if you click on it and then ensure you're on shape format, you go to send backwards, click the down arrow and click send to back. You can actually change the insert at the top of your stocking. Okay, so if you wanted to put something on the back of your card here, you could put a name or a picture or something. You simply click on the insert up here, go back to text box, draw text box, and then pop your text box in. And let's just say you wanted to put brand name in. We're going to highlight the text, go to home, go to center, then we'll change the font to Chaloops again, and then we'll just increase size of the text. Now if you wanted to keep this in a box, then you can go ahead and do so. But again, if you didn't want the outline, then you click on Shape Format, go to Shape Outline, No Outline. And again, you can move that around where you want. And then perhaps insert a small icon for your brand. I don't know, let's say it's a duck. Oh, it's a chicken. Okay. Right, just click on that and go to Wrap Text, Tight, and then we'll just move it below here. And then you have your Christmas card. Once you've finished, make sure you highlight the line in the middle and then just click delete so that that doesn't print out on your printer. Now, once you're finished, you can go ahead and just simply print it on your printer, not forgetting that if this was just a normal document, you'd have your title up here. Now, normally when you put things through the printer, your title will come out on the right-hand side. And so that's the way that your card will print. You need to put it in so that when you open the card, it is obviously opening from right to left. There may be a little bit of experimentation, but that should be how it works. So I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. If you have, subscribe, and I hope it's helped, and have a great day.